Hi everyone, it's Lottie from Lotte Louise Art. This is my first YouTube video of 2021. I'm trying to record the voiceover a little bit differently this time, so bear with me if I do ramble or there's a pause or whatever. Normally I would write down bullet points of every single thing I want to talk about, and then I'd record them in short clips and put them on top of the video, but I want to try doing it all like one long voiceover instead, just because I think it's going to save me so much time. Because basically this year I want to try and upload a YouTube video every single Sunday, and like I struggle with time for getting everything done, so that was my excuse for last year, even though it's not really an excuse, is that I didn't have time. So I just want to try and find ways to speed things up a little bit. So yeah. Anyway, every Sunday at 4 p.m. I want to start uploading a YouTube video, and once or twice a month I will hopefully be uploading an art vlog, like a studio vlog showing you kind of what I do on a day-to-day basis. I've started filming my first vlog and I'm not sure what I think about it at the moment because I feel really awkward like filming myself and stuff. It's just quite awkward. But I'm sure I'll get used to it. But yeah, I got a new camera for Christmas, so this video is filmed using my new camera. It's the Panasonic Lumix something 90, I can't remember, but I can list it in the description below what camera I'm using and everything. So yeah, this is the first video I filmed using this camera. If you do see my phone in the video clips pop up every now and again, that's because I was filming a TikTok video on my phone at the same time, like little short clips for a TikTok video, so that is why that's there. But yeah, I'm painting a puffin in this video. It's on a wood slice. So I sometimes paint on small wood slices, and I sell quite a lot of those, but I thought I'd try out a larger wood slice. This one is about 20 by 22 centimetres, and that's the size of this piece. So I just thought I'd do a puffin because they've got quite a few like colours in their beak and they're just quite interesting looking birds, so I thought that would be the first thing I tried to paint on one of these. So I'm just using acrylic paints for this piece. I did try the other day doing a painting on a canvas, which I have not really tried before, and it was so different than to painting on wood like I do normally, because the wood absorbs quite a lot of the paint, so you have to like apply more paint on the wood to be able to blend the colours together, if that makes sense. Like otherwise the wood just like absorbs it all and then it's dry. But on the canvas it doesn't absorb the paint, so it's kind of just sat on the surface, and so it blends out so much easier. So I'm going to practice more on canvas, especially as I've just got some larger canvases to try out, some like A3 kind of size ones. So whenever I have time I'll experiment with those, and then I'll probably film a video of it at some point of me doing some painting on canvas. Please let me know if you are interested in acrylic painting videos, because I've been really getting into painting recently, I don't know why. So I do all my artwork in either colour pencils, pastels or acrylic paint. They're the three mediums that I use the most. I do use watercolour sometimes, but I'm not that great at it. I'm still kind of trying to learn how to use watercolours properly, but I don't know, I just struggle with them and I don't really know why. I think it's just I like having more control over what I'm using, and I feel like with watercolours you don't really get as much control. So yeah, in the clip now I'm just painting in the wing, and I've painted a little puffin before, like a really small one, and I didn't need to put any detail in the wings and that because it was so small you couldn't really fit any detail in. But I was quite pleased with how the wings turned out on this puffin piece that I'm painting now. I managed to get in a bit of detail and a bit of shading, which made it look more realistic. When I paint using acrylic paint, I put like a base layer down, as you can see I'm doing here with the black right now, and then I'll like put some colour over the top to blend a little bit of shading in, so I know kind of where the lighter areas are going to be and the darker areas are going to be. And then once that's dry, I'll go over the top with some more detail and things. I mean, if I'm painting tiny, you only need like 1 or 2 layers maybe, but if you're painting, say if I was painting on a piece a lot bigger than this, then I'd need like 4 or 5 layers probably to get all the detail in that you want, but it just depends on the size and how you want to do it. But yeah, I find that working with acrylic paint and pastels is quite similar, because you start off with a layer and then you put another layer on top and another layer on top. It just kind of, the way you work is quite similar, or the way I work with acrylics and pastels anyway. So I'll start with like the base colour, the undertone, and then I'd like build up all the detail on top in each layer once each layer is dry. I don't know if I'm making any sense here. I'm just just not used to filming my voice without having any prompts. So maybe I'll write down some bullet points, shorter bullet points next time. I don't know. But anyway. If you are interested in seeing a video about what acrylic paint art supplies I use, or look, my phone popping up there. Yeah, if you want to know what materials I use, if you want me to show all the paints that I use, the brushes that I use, surfaces that I use, anything like that, I can do a video on that. So let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd be interested in. Just working on some of the details on the feathers at the moment, you can see. I mean, I did quite struggle with this area, I must admit, but I think in the end I kind of made it look okay. I do really like painting birds. I don't know why, I just like I don't know, I think I just like painting feathers, and I like the shape of birds as well. I just think they're really cool animals. I did paint a barn owl on a wooden slice after this because a customer wanted one, so I painted one for that customer, and it's gone off to him now, so that was really good. I'll show you, that will go up on my Instagram at some point soon, a picture of the barn owl. I was really pleased with that. I didn't film it just because I wanted to really fully concentrate on it, as it was for a customer. One good thing about acrylic paints is that if you do make a mistake, you can easily just go back over it and correct your mistake, because you can just cover it up with the paint, as the paint's quite opaque. But because I'm painting on a wood slice here, if I did get a bit of the paint on the wood around the bird, I'm screwed. You can't really get that off. I mean, I've made mistakes like that before, and I could manage to use, well, my dad used some sandpaper and like got rid of the smudge or whatever, and it worked, but it was only a small smudge. But obviously if you made like a big mistake, it wouldn't look great. So that's something to bear in mind. But yeah, if you're painting a whole background or anything and you do make a mistake, or you drop your brush, as I always do, and then you get paint somewhere you don't want it, you can cover it up with acrylic paint, which is really good. Unlike with coloured pencils or something, you can't really erase it or go over it that easily. It just depends. So yeah, there was some weird like bits on the wood here. I don't know what happened there, but I was just picking them off and then painting over it. But because these wood slices, they're quite smooth, but they have little grainy lines on and things, so sometimes you do get the texture. As you can see underneath the breast of the puffin, you can see there's like the lines from the wood. It's because the paint has like slight ridges, and the paint, because it's white, it just shows them up a lot more. But I think that just kind of adds to the whole like rustic wood slice thing. I don't know, I just quite like it. So yeah, after that bit's dry, I'm just going in with details. As you can see, I was just putting in little black feathers and the little white bits that overlap the black. But yeah, wait till the whole of it's dry, and then you can just add in little details with a little brush. Oh, I don't know what happened there. There was like an upside down clip. I don't know what happened, but my mistake. Soon I'm going to move on to the bird's feet, which I don't like painting birds' feet or drawing birds' feet. That's one thing I really don't enjoy. I think I'm just not very good at it. I need to practice it a little bit more. But I think I made them look okay in the end. I think it's just they're quite strange shapes, and it's quite hard to make it look realistic. So I don't know, I think I made it work in the end, but it's a struggle at the time. I always dread it, that's why I leave the feet till last, because it's like got to build up to the courage to do them. I got some a new buff titanium paint from Hobbycraft. It's like a cheaper paint because I normally use Liquitex Basics paints and Liquitex soft body paint for my paintings. I bought some cheaper buff titanium paint from, that's a shade name just in case you didn't know, from Hobbycraft, and it's a lot more like it's less opaque than I'm used to, so it's quite hard to work with. I use that in the beak in this piece. It's kind of like a beigey kind of colour, but yeah, I'm not really sure about it. I don't know if it's just that shade or whether it was the brand I bought that's not that great, but anyway, yeah, normally I use Liquitex paint, which I would highly recommend. I got a box of 40 basics paints for about £45 off Amazon, so I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check that out. So I definitely recommend those. If anyone has any tips for how to stop their paintbrushes getting all frayed and like hairs sticking out, because after I've used a brush like a few times, it gets all these frayed out bits and it's really annoying, and then I have to buy more brushes and it just works out so expensive, because if you paint, you'll know that brushes are so expensive. It's just a nightmare. You would think, oh, maybe like a few pounds for a brush. No, it's like £5, £6, £7 for a brush each time. It's so annoying. But anyway, if anyone has any tips for how to stop their brushes fraying and how to look after them better, please let me know. At the moment, I just wash them with fairy washing up liquid and just wash them, and then I leave them horizontally to dry. But if anyone does have any tips, please let me know, because I definitely need help with that. As most of the time I use really thin brushes for my artwork just because I like loads of little detail. Then normally I suppose I paint really small. I want to try painting bigger at some point, so then I'll be using some bigger brushes as well, which will be interesting. So I'll keep you updated of how that goes. If you want to follow my Instagram, it's at LottieLouiseArt, and I post all my artwork on there. Loads of progress shots, some little videos. I've actually made a TikTok recently as well, TikTok account, that's at LottieLouiseArt as well. I've only posted a few things on there so far, but I'm quite enjoying posting on there actually. We're coming up to the end of the video now, and this is all one long video, audio clip. I don't know how this is going to sound when I listen to it back. I don't know if I'm going to use this, but please let me know if you found me really boring, because then I'll plan a different way of doing this. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, here's the feet part I was saying about, is I did struggle with. As you can probably see, I keep going over loads of bits and adding more paint on top just to try and make it look a little bit more realistic, but I think they look okay in the end. Yeah, and here is the finished piece. I was really pleased with it, and as I said, it's about 20 by 22 centimetres, so it's not that big, but bigger than the ones that I normally paint. And please let me know if there's any other animals you'd like me to paint, and I will do a proper tutorial at some point, like explaining step by step everything that I do, but I just wanted to do this sort of video to start with, just to bring me into it slowly. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and then I will see you next Sunday. Bye guys!